Hello my friends, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a book haul, but this book haul is going to be a little bit different. We have a theme for this book haul. How many times can I say the words book haul in this video? I'm going to haul all the books that I bought that are about witches. So I told you all in one of my last videos that I have been on a witchy book kick. I've been obsessed, all thanks to Cackle by Rachel Harrison and Slewfoot by Brom. I'm obsessed. I need all the witchy goodness that I can get my hands on. And so I went through a little time where I was like, I want to buy all these books that have to do with witches. I decided it would be fun to do like a dedicated video on them just because, I don't know, maybe you are also going through a witchy book period. Maybe you also want to read some witchy books. I don't know. Who knows? But that's what we're doing. We're going to talk about all these books that I bought that have to do with witches. So let's get started, shall we? Let's start with the book that I just recently got in the mail. This is the newest addition to my collection, and that is the Maningtree Witches by A.K. Blakemore. I'll be honest, I bought this because of the cover. Look at how pretty this is. I don't know why, I just really like it. I think it looks cool. I think it kind of looks like a card, like, I don't know, it just looks interesting. I don't know, okay? It just looks really cool. I like the way it looks. It's a hardcover, it's soft, touch matte. I like that. I will read you the back because I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember what this is about. I just really liked the cover, and it has to do with witches, so I was like, you know what? Bye. England, 1643. Puritanical fervor has gripped the nation, and in Maningtree, a town depleted of men since the wars began, the hot terror of damnation burns in the hearts of women left to their own devices. Rebecca West, fatherless and husbandless, chafes against the drudgery of her days, livened only occasionally by her infatuation with the handsome young clerk John Eads. But then a newcomer who identifies himself as the Witchfinder General arrives, a mysterious, pious figure dressed from head to toe in black. Matthew Hopkins takes over the Thorn Inn and begins to ask questions about what the women on the margins of this diminished community are up to. Dangerous rumors of covens, pacts, and bodily wants have begun to hang over women like Rebecca, and the future is as frightening as it is thrilling. I think it sounds good. I don't know. I like it. I hope it's really good. It looks pretty. It just looks so pretty. I just really like to look at it. I want to take a picture of it and post it on Instagram just because I feel like this is a very, I don't know, Instagrammable cover. I know that sounds weird, but it looks very pretty. And it sounds interesting. It sounds like it's gonna be kind of along the lines of Slewfoot in the sense of time period and kind of that essence. I don't think it's gonna go the same direction as Slewfoot. It's just gonna be in that same kind of vicinity of witch trials, people suspecting them to be witches, you know, taking place in the 1600s, that kind of thing. Not necessarily the, like, fantasy horror elements that Slewfoot has, I think. So, we'll see. It sounds really good, and it's pretty. Okay, next up is The Bitter Wine Oath by Hannah West. I don't know why. I did not know who wrote this, but I really like the cover. I think it's really pretty. It kind of matches my lipstick. We have a vibe going on here. I did kind of pick this lipstick to be a little witchy, you know, feeling, so I feel like I matched this book. I believe this is a YA. Is that true? I I don't remember. I can't remember, but I will read you what it says. San Solano, Texas is a quaint town known for its charm, hospitality, and history of murder. Twice now, 12 men have been brutally killed and no one knows who did it. A shadowy witch, a copycat killer, or a man-hating murderess. 18-year-old Natalie Coulter is sure that the rumors about a cult of wronged women are just gossip, but then she learns that the sisterhood is real and magical, and they want her to join. The more Nat learns of the warden's supernatural history, the more she wonders about the true culprits behind the murders. Are the wardens protecting San Solano from even darker forces? There are shadows in the woods, bones on the outskirts of town, and questions she needs answered. Soon people start getting marked as new victims, including Levi Langford, the boy whose kiss haunted Nat for a year. With Levi in danger, doing nothing could be harder than fighting back. Nat knows that no one is safe. Can she and the sisterhood stop the true evil from claiming their town? So maybe like a little romance, maybe a little dash of that. Sounds very YA, but it's gonna have murder. I hope, you know, like mystery. It's gonna be a thrilling YA, I hope. It looks fun. I hope it's gonna be good. I'm very excited. Oh, I'm excited to get to this one. Next we have a romance, and this is Paybacks, a Witch, and it is by Lana or Lana, I don't know which pronunciation is correct, Harper. And I think this one sounds so cute. I actually saw people talking about this one on TikTok. Funnily enough, that's where I found this one to pick up. I know I usually don't get my recommendations from TikTok because people on TikTok are very much after like these super hyped books, I've noticed, or a lot of fantasy. I always get fantasy book recommendations and I'm like, So I don't typically go for what TikTokers or book talkers recommend. So I don't know, this one just like kind of called to me, and it was at the height of my witch, you know, craze. So I was like, you know, a romance. I'm really trying to read more romance. It has to do with witches. Why not, right? So I picked it up. I will read you the back. It says, Emmy Harlow is a witch, but not a very powerful one, in part because she hasn't been home to the magical town of Thistle Grove in years. Her self-imposed exile has a lot to do with a complicated family history and a desire to forge her own way into the world, and only the very tiniest bit to do with Gareth Blackmore, heir to the most powerful magical family in town and casual breaker of hearts and destroyer of dreams. But when a spellcasting tournament for which her family serves as arbiters approaches, it turns out the pull of tradition, or the truly impressive parental guilt trip that comes with it, is strong enough to bring Emmy back. She's determined to do her familial duty, spend some quality time with her best friend, Lyndon Thorne, and then get back to her real life in Chicago. On her first night home, Emmy runs into Talia Avramov, an all-around badass, adept in the darker magical arts, who is fresh off a bad breakup with Gareth Blackmore. Talia had let herself be charmed, only to discover that Gareth was also seeing Lyndon, unbeknownst to either of them, and now she and Lyndon want revenge. Only one question stands: is Emmy in? But most concerning of all, why can't Emmy stop thinking about the terrifyingly competent, devastatingly gorgeous, wickedly charming Talia Avramov? Ooh, I like their names. They have really cute names. So this is going to be a sapphic romance, very exciting, and it's gonna have witches in it and revenge on a person who wronged them. I'm excited for that. It sounds very cute. I hope I enjoy it. I've been trying to read more romance lately, and this sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun. Next up, we have a witch thriller. This is The Lighthouse Witches by C.J. Cook. I have heard a lot of people talking about this actually, but I don't know if anyone has read it. I've just seen a lot of people like posting about it. I don't know if I've seen anyone actually review it yet. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I'm not really sure. But I've seen people talking about it, but I don't know if their talking is like positive or negative. So I don't know. It sounds like it's going to be very interesting. Like I said, it is a witch thriller, so it's going to be more on the like mysterious, hopefully like tense side. And I will read you the back. When single mother Liv is commissioned to paint a mural in a 100-year-old lighthouse on a remote Scottish island, it's an opportunity to start over with her 3 daughters, Luna, Sapphire, and Clover. Oh my god, I really, really like those names. Those are really, really, really cute. Oh, I really like those. When 2 of her daughters go missing, she's frantic. She learns that the cave beneath the lighthouse was once a prison for women accused of witchcraft. The locals warn her about wildlings, supernatural beings who mimic human children, created by witches for revenge. Liv is told wildlings are dangerous and must be killed. 22 years later, Luna has been searching for her missing sisters and mother. When she receives a call about her youngest sister, Clover, she's initially ecstatic. Clover is the sister she remembers, except she's still 7 years old, the age she was when she vanished. Luna is worried Clover is a wildling. Luna has few memories of her time on the island, but she'll have to return to find the truth of what happened to her family. She doesn't realize just how much the truth will change her. It sounds very mysterious. It sounds exciting. I hope I really like this. If you've read this, let me know. I know people are talking about it, but I haven't heard if it's good or negative. I don't know if people like this or not, but I think it sounds really, really good. So next up is a book that I have heard a lot of people talk about. This is one of the more prominent books that I've heard people recommend, especially in the horror community when I've seen people talk about witch books, and that is The Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson. I really like this cover. A lot of people in the community talk about this book. I have never picked it up, mostly because I wasn't super into witch books when everyone was recommending it, so I was kind of like, meh, I think I'm gonna pass. I don't think I'm gonna like it. But as we know, I have hit a witch phase. Maybe it's not a phase, who knows. But I am super into witch stories, so I decided to go pick this one up since everyone talks about it, and I think it sounds really good. I think it sounds interesting. I am very excited for this one, and I will read you the back. In the lands of Bethel, where the prophet's word is law, Emmanuel Moore's very existence is a blasphemy. Her mother's union with an outsider of a different race cast her once proud family into disgrace. So Emmanuel does her best to worship the Father, follow holy protocol, and lead a life of submission, devotion, and absolute conformity, like all the other women in the settlement. But a mishap lures her into the forbidden dark woods surrounding Bethel, where the first prophet once chased and killed 4 powerful witches. Their spirits are still lurking there, and they bestow a gift on Emmanuel, the journal of her dead mother, who Emmanuel is shocked to learn once sought sanctuary in the wood. Fascinated by the secrets of the diary, Emmanuel finds herself struggling to understand how her mother could have consorted with the witches. But when she begins to learn grim truths about the church and its history, she realizes the true threat to Bethel is its own darkness, and she starts to understand that if Bethel is to change, it must begin with her. This also sounds very culty, so this might be a witch and a cult book, which would be very exciting. I would be very excited about that, because what's better than just witches? Cults and witches. I think that would make for double a good time, so I'm very excited to get into this one. Next up is a book that I feel like in the horror community either you've already read or people have been constantly talking about it, and so I knew I had to get my hands on it, especially because they just did a new cover release, and this cover is absolutely beautiful, so don't mind if I do, and that is Hex Bye, okay, let's take a minute, Thomas Old Hwevelt, I do not know how to say that. I don't know how to say that. But I've heard lots of good things about this book. It's supposed to be a very scary, very, very good horror witch story. I will say that the plot is in the inside of the cover, which kind of like throws me off a little. I tried to turn it around to read and I was like, oh, there's nothing there to look at. But this is going to be a supernatural witchy book. And it says, welcome to Black Spring, the seemingly picturesque Hudson Valley town haunted by the Black Rock Witch, a 17th century woman whose eyes and mouth are sewn shut. Muzzled, she walks the streets and enters homes at will. She stands next to children's beds for nights on end. Everybody knows that her eyes may never be opened or the consequences will be too terrible to bear. The elders of Black Spring have virtually quarantined the town by using high-tech surveillance to prevent their curse from spreading. Frustrated with being kept in lockdown, the town's teenagers decide to break their strict regulation and go viral with the haunting. But in so doing, they send the town spiraling into dark medieval practices of the distant past. I think it sounds good. It sounds very spooky. This sounds very spooky. I mean, the cover, look at that. Look how beautiful this is. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I hope I really like it. I've heard good things. I hope it's spooky. I hope it's scary. I hope it's, I don't know, I hope it freaks me out maybe. Sometimes that's too much to ask, to be honest. So if it doesn't, I won't be too upset. But I think it sounds very good and I'm excited and the cover is beautiful. Next up and last in this witchy book haul is the only book in this pile that I've actually read already, and that is the Hex by Erin Sterling. I got this as my October book of the month. It ended up arriving really late in October because of I think like shipping issues. I think they needed more books. They like sold out and mine was one of the ones that didn't get sent out soon enough, so I got mine like the second to last week of October, so I ended up not getting to it till this month. I read it in November and it was so cute. This is a very cute romance. It's very silly and goofy and very rom-com-esque. This is about the main character, Vivian, who 9 years ago, she hexed her ex-boyfriend. She feels like she was just so heartbroken, and as a joke, her and her cousin put a hex. They didn't mean to, it was just kind of a joke, and it actually ends up happening 9 years later when he comes back to town. They realize, oh crap, it wasn't a silly little joke. No, it was like a legitimate hex, and it causes mayhem for the town, but of course there's also unresolved connections between the two of them, and they have like unresolved feelings for each other. But I thought it was really cute. It was really silly and just kind of an easy book to just get into. I liked it. It kind of gave me like Sabrina the Teenage Witch vibes. I don't know, it just kind of felt like that. But I really liked it. I thought it was cute. I thought it was fun. I had a lot of fun reading it. I was excited. I'm excited to have this one in my collection because what just an easy little romance to get into if you wanted something like super lighthearted but also kind of October-y. You could just pick this one up and it would just be a lot of fun. I really liked it. I don't know, I think a lot of people felt meh about it, but I thought it was cute and I really liked it. So there you have it. This is my little witchy book haul. These are the books that I decided to pick up that involved witches. I am very excited with my little, what was I gonna call this? My little, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I am very happy with my little group here that I have managed to get my hands on. But if you have any witch recommendations, please let me know. I am very much a witch fanatic right now, so I want to read all kinds of books. It can be romance, YA, horror, thriller, whatever, you know, just give me your suggestions. I want to be in a witchy mood, you know, I'm just like in that kind of space, and these all sound really fun. I'm very excited to get into them. I want to know which one you're the most excited for. If there's any that you want me to do like a reading vlog on, let me know. I'm planning to start doing more reading vlogs just because I also really enjoy them and I think they're a lot of fun. So if you have any books you want to see me do a reading vlog on, witchy or not, you can just let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, with that being said, this video is over. These are the books. We're done now. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, if you like witchy book hauls, give me a thumbs up. That way I can keep doing more of them in the future. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to my channel so we can become friends and talk about witchy books, makeup, horror, manga, all kinds of things. I do a lot on this channel, so hopefully there's something that piques your interest. And I hope you are having a wonderful day, night, morning, wherever you are. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!